It's day 2 of birthday week, and it's my actual birthday today. Am I feeling old? Well, I'm definitely feeling wise, so let's go with that. After a peaceful night in our second hotel room, today's wet day timetable is all about celebrating Sydney luxury and soaking up the moments with my favourite person. That's you, Chris. Plus, we're gearing up for a spirit charged night at Jesus Christ Superstar. It's going to be brilliant. Let's go. Look, it is Sydney, which can only mean one thing. We are in Sydney. Check. It is raining. Check. And it is also my birthday today. Check. Which also means it is birthday week for me. Check. It's almost been 6 months since I quit alcohol and my beautiful husband does not eat. What I mean by that is he has gone on a pretty drastic weight loss journey, which you can also see in one of our members' vlogs here as well. So this birthday week is going to be full of adventure. No drinking, no eating. What are we going to do? Come along and see what a GVB birthday week is like. Let's go! Welcome to day 2, peeps. The one thing I've noticed in Sydney is, I don't know what it is with Sydney people and running, but they seem to run straight towards you and not around you. Maybe I just gravitate people. I turned 47 this morning. 47. Oh my gosh. And I was smart enough to leave my phone at the hotel. So I'm pretty sure Chris won't be awake yet. But if Chris is awake and he's trying to text me, he won't be able to get in contact with me. So let's head back and let's get my actual birthday started. I mean, how often do you get to go for a morning walk and the Sydney freaking Opera House is behind you? So today, I don't know what we have planned today. We've got one thing planned today, which is we are seeing the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. Saw the cast perform at the Carols by Candlelight at the Melbourne Sydney Myer Music Bowl, and they were phenomenal. I have to admit, I've never been a big fan of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, but if that cast has anything to do with it, it looks like it's going to be amazing. And of course, being Sydney, it's raining. Breakfast time.
Yumbo. It's GVB's birthday today.
It is. And let's see what we can eat.
So we got home from the show last night and we were like, we need to eat something. I need to eat something because I had to eat something for medication. So we went, order Uber Eats. Went through the list, and then the one that had like the cheapest delivery and the cheapest time frame was a Porto. So I went to order some chicken strips and some chips and a drink from Porto. Waited 20 minutes, it told me to, went downstairs. Just told me that the guy was arriving. Waiting. And then the guy messaged me and said, I need the PIN. And I'm like, where are you? And he goes, I'm at 316, which is our room number. And so I gave him the PIN. And he disappeared. And my food disappeared along with it. So I had to put a complaint in, and then I had to contact him, and went through the voicemail twice, and then never responded. So then I put a complaint in and got a refund, and then we ended up having to order again. So I had to wait another half an hour. And then the guy went to the same spot again because there's apartments and hotel here at Avolo. Anyways, crazy.
And the food was really ordinary too.
Yeah, don't order that shit.
Yeah, if that sounds great.
So I'll do eggs my way, or eggs your way, which is eggs, toasted sourdough and bacon. And obviously because I can't eat a lot, I'm going to probably eat like 10% of it, which means that BBB can have it, and then he can have house pastries. That's his other one, something like that.
Yes. I dripped.
He dripped. So the wharf that we're in used to be a wool distribution thing for the boats. So just come in, we used to export a lot of wool from this wharf. And then during the World Wars, it was where they jumped on the boats to head overseas to fight for us. It's crazy. And then it was also a place where people were migrating to Australia. That's where they would come in off the boats to Australia. So it was like a two-way thing. And then in, I think it was the 60s, it became a part of it was converted into a passenger terminal for ferries, for the cruise liners to come in. And then back in the 90s, there was actually a big protest because they were going to demolish it. So there was a big protest and the community prevented it from being demolished, and therefore it was then earmarked to be developed, and W Hotel, which was the first W Hotel outside of America, created a hotel here. And then after it was W for a little while, they didn't unfortunately make any money, so they closed down. And then Taj Hotels took it over and created a hotel called Blue. So it was Blue Hotel for a little while. And then that moved on, and now it's Avolo,
Which we have stayed at
before. And that particular brand actually leases the building and the wharf off of the Department of Transport. We actually own it.
It's cool. Thank you for that.
I almost walked straight into the pool and they were doing funny.
Well, that is the pool and the gym. That's alright. Took us longer to get here than we spending time in here. Let me out. It's a yummy breakfast.
Delicious breakfast.
How you feeling?
However, I'm not feeling at the best.
Just sore.
It's sore in the tummy, in the bit that goes down, and yeah.
So after we changed rooms, Avolo left us this beautiful little hand-drawn card similar to the one that we had for my birthday. We are sorry. We are so sorry for the rocky start. We hope the rest of your stay sails smoothly, Team Avolo. Now, I also left a bottle of some sort of sparkling, but I have hidden it in the corner because last night it really triggered me. I was kind of craving a drink and I just out of sight, out of mind. This morning it doesn't bother me. I'll probably dry it off, take it home and use it at an event for those who do drink.
Look at those arms.
It's too hard.
Let's go. Jesus Christ Superstar. We are at Jesus Christ Superstar for my birthday show. For some reason, having a show on my birthday is actually really hard, so we had to travel all the way to Sydney to see a show, didn't we?
It's only because we're seeing every other show before, as soon as it comes out in Melbourne. So
All the Melbourne shows we've seen
Yes.
already. So yes, now we're off to see Jesus Christ Superstar by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. The last time we saw it together was when it was at Rod Laver Arena in Melbourne with Tim Minchin playing Jesus, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, we had terrible seats.
They were terrible seats and I didn't really like that much.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it either.
Yeah, I'm actually not a massive fan of Jesus Christ Superstar, but after we saw them, the cast that is, perform at the Carols by Candlelight in Melbourne, they were phenomenal. So, really looking forward to seeing how they do this. So, yeah, let's go inside. Wow, wow, wow. For a musical I don't really like, I am giving that 5 stars. It was phenomenal. The singing in particular, the singing and the music was mind-blowing. They need to do an Australian cast recording. That singing, that end scene in particular, wow, it was amazing. What do you think?
It was just crazy. I've never heard such beautiful voices and effortless.
Epic rock voices too, like
This is
epic
so
rock
cool.
voices. Whoa,
Yeah, unbelievable.
so good. Thank you for my birthday present. Let's go back.
So I really like Avolo Radio. Problem is it's on Spotify, and I refuse to use Spotify because they cheat. Very good.
No, it's okay.